everybody. They're all kind of... Can you give me a little more heat on this? I should have been here for sound check. Hey, everybody. My name is Doug, and I love movies. This is Doug Loves Movies, coming to you from the UCB Theater in Los Angeles before the weekly show Comedy Death Ray. It's January... when I got to that, I thought that was going to come out weird to be like before the weekly Comedy Death Ray. That I thought it would sound like I'm saying it that the show is feeble and can't fight before the weekly Comedy Death Ray. It's January 4, 2011, the year after Lithgow, and I've been getting a lot of tweets asking if the Benson Interruption will return to Comedy Central, and the answer is I don't know. But in the meantime, you can see the Benson Interruption live at Largo in Los Angeles on Monday, January 10th at 9 o'clock, or at the Eureka Theater in San Francisco as part of SF Sketchfest on January 28th at 10:30 p.m. and January 30th at 4:20. And I'll probably be interrupting the other comics at my shows. I've been doing that lately just because now that people have seen me do it on television, they're not as annoyed by it. I mean, I just assume. I'll be interrupting the other comics at my shows at Rosita's in Barstow, California. The last episode, I said the wrong date. It's January 15th. Oops, sorry, Barstow. And I'll be... Rearrange your plans, Barstow. That's in California, by the way. I don't know if there's Barstows in other states that just freaked out. Comedy Zone in Jacksonville, Florida, January 18th. Common Grounds in Gainesville, January 19th. Really? And the Back Booth in Orlando, January 20th. Yeah, Orlando, they have theme parks. Before I bring out tonight's guests, I'd like to mention that Patton Oswalt's book, Zombie Spaceship Wasteland, is in stores now. Buy it. Yeah. In it, Patton writes, I think it's in the thank yous or the foreword or somewhere in it. I haven't read the whole thing yet, but it's good. I'm not a reader. But I am a quoter. And what he wrote at one point was... I hang out with comedians, the best version of life you can live. Yeah, I thought that was nice. And my guests tonight are three comedians I've had the pleasure to hang out with on many occasions, and I enjoy talking to them always. Please welcome Wayne Federman, Andy Kindler, and Dana Gould. Yeah, all three of them. Door or curtain, either way, it's fine. Wow. This is like a wrestling match or something with the... You guys should have had separate walk-in music. So you could... It's nothing more fun for the podcast listener than the guests just wandering around in the crowd, shaking hands and saying hello. That's why I don't watch Leno anymore, because I can't. I fall asleep before he's done shaking hands with the crowd.
That's not... He's retired. Stop making jokes.
Oh, okay.
Lipstick Benson making fun of me on this podcast.
Name his sidekick. Name his sidekick. Quick. Who's his current sidekick?
Black musician. He has a sidekick?
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Does Stuttering John work on that show?
I think he's done. I think now
he's finished.
Yeah. I don't even think they give the announcer that amazing platform that they gave that guy.
John Hall?
Just introduce everybody and say, and I'm so-and-so, and then have nothing else to do. We came here to talk about movies. Let's not get into that.
You come for Iron J, you stay for jaywalking. Is that one of the promos?
Well, whoever's on, I feel like I'm watching Rascal Flatts.
I'm not sure what that means, but I like that.
Like even during the sit-down interviews?
Yeah, there's always a Rascal Flatts feel. There's always like somebody has a bedazzler.
Well, like I said, we're here to talk about movies.
Right.
The three of you are in a movie that's currently available on DVD. Is it on Blu-ray also?
That's not. It's called Inception.
I'm not in it.
Check it out. There's many levels to it. You think you're asleep, but you're not really. But you are.
Wait a second. So are you one of the Inception deniers like me?
What does that mean?
That you didn't care for it that much?
Didn't care for it. It's horrible.
Oh, okay. That's awesome.
Didn't care for it.
That's enough. That's enough. We don't need to push people all that
Are you
hard.
telling me you didn't enjoy Leonardo DiCaprio's leaden, lifeless, humorless performance?
That was
I'm in a
not.
serious movie, so everything I say will be serious.
He's exactly right.
I didn't see it again. Once again, I score.
You didn't see that.
Yeah, as long as you didn't see it, you're not taking any risks of offending anyone.
That's right. I don't know. Sounds like some people enjoy it and some don't. That's America.
Oh, Jay.
Dana, did you see Shutter Island?
I did see Shutter Island.
And how's he in that?
It was, well, that was a double ghastly because that's also when a guy that doesn't make horror movies tries to make a horror movie, they try to do it better and they do it wrong. You know, it would be like
It seems more like a crazy movie than a horror movie.
Yeah, they just do everything. Yeah, it's just everything is crazy in it. You know,
Yeah, that's what at the time I said I'm not going to go because I think it's just 2 hours of people throwing rats at Leonardo DiCaprio.
And that bad, like, remember when, and everything, every camera thing is, and like, remember Natural Born Killers where you just wanted to go, stop directing! Just let me see the movie for a minute. Everything is a different film stock, and
Or
I'm
like
the
even
director of this.
Even
don't
anything
forget.
Michael Bay does, it's like, hey, were you looking at that for more than a second? What the fuck were you looking at?
What are you?
I've got a million things I want to show you now.
Don't stop and read the Bible during my movie.
I got one, Doug.
Okay.
Plantation Shutter Island. Am I right?
I don't understand.
Plantation Shutters.
Plantation Shutter Island is actually a small installation at IKEA.
Hey, I don't know if you know this. I grew up in Plantation, Florida. That's where I'm from.
And most of your friends?
Retired.
Exactly.
It's an old show.
You guys have a Jew off on your own time.
No, right? That seems French.
Dana Gould is not Jewish. I always find that
I
fascinating.
can't believe that he's not.
I
I just can't
know.
believe it.
Yeah, could you guys just recruit him tonight or something?
No, he's so.
Put him
Why
through
won't
the
I-
hazing ritual?
Why won't I sign up with you guys?
Is that the? Is
that's
that the
Jesus?
postmodern? Who are these people?
Good podcast humor. That was me.
I got-
that was me doing the
That
crucifixion.
was for the listeners, the
yeah.
crucifixion pose.
The Jews are very tough on Jews that go outside the lines.
That's true. I don't
Like
color
Jesus.
outside the line.
But I feel as a comedian,
Yeah.
I'm sort of an honorary.
Right, you're not.
And I'm Irish,
You're
so
not.
it's like I'm Catholic, so it's shame guilt.
Yeah,
Guilt,
yeah.
shame.
Can you preface everything you say from now on as a comedian? Because I plan
As a
to.
comedian. Well, it's also the other version of like when you're on the road with a guy that's been on the road 2 times. Hi, we're the comedians. We'd like to see the matinee. Oh,
We're the comedian.
Oh my God! One time I was with Arch Barker in Illinois somewhere in Chicago.
This is a good
outside of
movie
Chicago.
story. This is a good movie story.
No, it is. And we went to see the first Jackass.
Oh, yeah.
Matinee ticket at this place was like Vernon Hills, Illinois. Matinee ticket was $3.75, and he talked his way in. and
Nice.
and this is how he talks his way in, and he does this everywhere he goes. He always says, "Hi, I'm Arch Barker. I'm a guest of the city."
I have to remember that.
And the usually the 14-year-old taking tickets at the door, or the guy in the wheelchair at the door, whoever it is. On the road, they hire a lot of wheelchair
Yes,
people to
that's
take
true.
tickets.
It is true. It is true.
And
they can get you fast because a lot of those aisles are slanted down. So if you cause trouble, they just take off.
no,
the
no,
handbrake,
no. They're way out in
roll
that
down
gigantic
on you.
lobby that every theater has for no reason now, where there's the hugest lobby you've ever seen. And
It's like Lenny Riefenstahl is designing all.
and the movie's on 14 of those 18 screens, so you don't really have lines. But the point is that he would baffle that person with that line of thinking, with that logic. They'd go, "What?
Yeah.
I'm a guest of the city." Oh, okay. Like it would always work, just because they'd be so confused by it.
Love it.
I use
I'll
the
have to
SAG
remember.
Awards all year long.
SAG?
The SAG Awards.
You say you're a SAG
Yeah,
award.
I'm on the
uh,
SAG nominating committee. I'm supposed to get in to see the movies.
And that gets you into Paranormal Activity 2?
Who in Yogi Bear is nominated at the SAG Awards? Am I the only person here that has seen Yogi Bear?
I have not, but I saw the phenomenal promotional thing they did on the web.
Oh well, that was Well, so you think that somebody from Yogi Bear made that?
No, how could anyone from Warner Brothers be involved with something that looks exactly like it?
But everything's really slow and
No,
kind of cheesy. And
I have to assume.
you guys have
Aren't they
seen it, right? Where
always-
Yogi Bear gets shot by Boo Boo, and it's like the assassination of the
Jesse
coward by
James.
Jesse James Ford,
Yeah, but
Benjamin Button.
is there anyone that thinks it's?
And other movies I haven't seen. A promo based that I haven't seen.
Do you ever go to the movies?
The movie itself.
When the movies come to me, that's when I go to them.
I don't feel I'm exaggerating. Andy Daly's excellent performance notwithstanding.
In the movie,
fact that I
notwithstanding.
I like
One day-
T.J. Miller. I like that guy from Ed is in it.
But the story of the movie, I don't feel I'm exaggerating when I say
The story.
it's worse than 1,000,000 9/11s.
You're not exaggerating.
You're not. That's not an exaggeration.
And I saw it.
I'd say 1,000
we
tops.
we were getting ready for the Christian holiday of Christmas. And my wife and I just got in some ripping argument about, I don't even know, it was something, fucking, you fucking say fucking ribbons, fuck you, fuck. And
She
I just-
loves Hannah. You can't stand Barbara.
There
Come
you
on,
go.
isn't that what it was?
But it was just some horrifying, horrible argument, and then it was just like, it's like, I don't know, I didn't buy wrapping paper, I'm getting an apartment, and I took I took my two oldest daughters to Yogi Bear just to get the fuck out of the house, and I was the only person.
You're taking like love and other drugs or something.
I swear I'm the only person in Yogi. If they were watching the audience, like when they do that at testing, there's in the middle of Yogi Bear, there's some guy just like, fuck does she think she is? Who the fuck does she fucking think she fucking asshole? Just the whole way through. I just ruined my enjoyment of the movie.
So you can't blame the movie on that, though.
That's true.
No,
That's true. It must have been a good movie then.
But the movie made it worse because now I have the time lost in the argument and the time lost at Yogi Bear.
Right.
You don't get to the end of your life and go like, I saw Yogi Bear. I got another 80 minutes. No.
I love T.J. Miller though. I love T.J. Miller, so I
Oh,
enjoy
me too.
it.
Our friends are in it.
I
Look,
sat
I'm
through
in some bad
Cloverfield the other
movies.
day on TV in my hotel room because I like T.J. Miller so much. It was fun to listen to him narrate the whole thing. They don't know what Cloverfield is.
It's the
You
thing.
can't take your kids to Cloverfield, although only one of you has kids. but I still think of Wayne and Andy as people that they seem like they have kids.
Yeah.
I play a dad on commercials. Bobby, don't go near the edge. Is that
I'm on commercials.
What product was that? What product was that?
good? Something that rescues your kids
was-
from
Rescue
it was-
a kid? Okay.
It was for Edge, the shaving cream.
girl. Go
Yeah,
near the
don't
edge.
go near my edge.
Right. Okay.
It's so
Because
incredibly
it starts as a
potent.
gel. And
Yeah.
Yeah, and
And they
next
don't
thing you
know.
know, there's a razor.
All right.
It's very violent.
That's a good spot.
The first blade teases the whisker. The second blade shames the whisker.
What did the
The
third-
third blade rapes and humiliates the whisker. The fourth blade tells the whisker's friends it wanted it, allowing the sixth blade to further shame the whisker. Just cut the whisker.
One of those commercials goes, "Are you tired of the pull and tug?"
No, I am
Not at all.
That's all I have.
I like one more than the other.
You do.
Hey,
Yeah, I like a tug. Pull
Yeah.
gets a little arduous,
I'm sure.
but just tug it.
I was actually thinking on the way to, I was like, they say God is always with you. I'm sure he takes breaks. I'm sure when he sees me like get online to look at some porn, he's like, well, I'm good for an hour. I'm gonna go make a tuna sandwich.
I love whenever God's conversational. Hey, listen,
And the doorknob saying, don't
and the
turn
doorknob's
me.
thinking, I have a movie question for you guys.
Go.
Oh, please.
When did Jeff Bridges?
This is not the time nor the place.
When did Jeff Bridges
Become
off
every
camera-
age all at once?
Yeah, no, off camera. Yes. But why is it talk?
He plays every age in the movies right now.
And he talks like this in interviews.
Well,
I know.
it was quite a move there.
He's from L.A. He went to Hollywood High School.
Well, I gotta tell you, that was quite a trip down the road for a piece.
Come on, you guys know.
Wait, we're supposed to. That wasn't
It happened
rhetorical.
last October 17th.
I'll try that down.
You really wanted an answer to that?
No, I just think
He has that.
Explaining why Madonna and Gwyneth Paltrow are British now or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just those things happen.
He also has that sort of denture slippage, but I'm not sure he has dentures, but he has that sort of sloppy that Sean Connery had. Listen now. Sham, come over here, Sham.
Doug, here's the other thing. The things that drive me crazy are the stories people tell when they get ready for the movie roles.
Is that your beef?
That's my beef currently.
Oh,
how they trained, what they do.
Her fingers were bleeding when she
She had to learn to play guitar. That's
terrible.
superhuman. That's
And
so special.
Her husband wouldn't help. Come on, he's in cold.
Yeah, wait, I love that. Did we read that same piece of shit article or see the same entertainment? Because she says, I go to my husband and ask him to help me with my singing and my guitar, and he's like, nah, that's not, I don't want to get involved.
Coldplay. I'm in Coldplay currently.
Coldplay's that amazing that he can't help his gifted wife,
Yeah, like that takes a lot of focus.
the mother
Coldplay.
of his fucking Apple children. Famous people are the worst. It's almost like they sit around discussing. Now, when we go, let's do some interviews and say that you didn't even help me to become the great country singer that I am. And Country Strong, doesn't that sound like it's a movie about someone who smells bad?
Or a kind
Holy
of
shit,
ham.
that is Country Strong.
Yeah.
Please open a window.
Crack it, country.
Crack it, country
Somebody
style.
first whiff out of the hamper when you open the lid.
Oh.
Country Strong. Christ.
Do you have one, Andy?
Oh. This country seems weak. I don't know. Whatever you think. Just take something in what I'm saying and mash it up.
But
But you know what celebrities will talk about, and I know this because I'm married and I've had to watch Oprah. You never see regular people sit around going, I just realized I wasn't living in my truth.
right.
Maybe it's time you stop doing the first part of that sentence.
You want them to die?
Yes, I do.
You want them to
There's
die?
a lot of people here. We can do without Portia de Rossi. Fine.
Wow.
That the 9/11.
She
thing
was the
this is what
person that
happens.
was on the TV talking about not living in her truth. And I couldn't help thinking that somewhere within a 10-mile square radius of where she was complaining about living in her truth, there was some 80-year-old guy in a nursing home having a fucking orgasm because he found an apple. You know, it's like, let's kind of balance things out a little bit.
Man, I hope it goes down like that when I'm older. There's apples everywhere.
It goes down like that? Is that what you're going to be saying when you're older?
Goes down like that.
How's it going to go down?
I hope shit goes down that way.
Uh-oh.
When I'm old and
Apple
gray.
Tuesday.
You know how excited old people get when they see apples? What? They don't, because they can't chew them because they have no teeth.
And then they come?
And here's the twist.
No, that's when they find it. When they eat it, they just eat it. That's
If
just
they
normal.
if they can barely walk, why are
Right.
they wearing running shoes all the
You
time?
make a good point.
Segue into a anecdote about Cocoon now.
Good.
No, I was
Bring
going to
us back
tell
to
you.
movie.
I was going to tell you that Jeff Bridges does voiceovers for a car,
Oh, yes.
a
I
car
heard
company,
that.
and he doesn't sound old. Jeff Bridges, country star strong.
He's not in Country
Well,
Strong.
I think
He's in
he is
Crazy
in
Heart.
Country Strong,
He's
too.
in
Crazy
everything
Heart.
right now.
Is he in Country Strong?
I love him in Tangled. He's great in The King's Speech. Okay, all three of you are in a movie. That's why this is the
Yes.
first time it's taken me this long to get to the theme of a show. You are all three in a documentary that I saw recently that I actually quite enjoyed called I Am Comic. And one guy.
One guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very entertaining.
I play a young,
Documentary.
untested district attorney.
Right.
No, it's a documentary about stand-up comedy.
What?
And yeah.
I
didn't tell you that when they were filming you?
Not seen it yet.
They filmed you on the set of Late Night with Jimmy Fallon,
Right.
where you were writing at that time, but now you have since moved on.
Yeah, I'm still opening for Jimmy.
They don't have a thing at the end of the movie,
I
like,
know,
you
I know.
know.
American Graffiti.
Carrot
Yeah,
Top
or
has continued
Fast
to
Times.
work at the...
Yeah.
Got more props.
Nobody's sure where Tommy Davidson went.
Just like Tommy Davidson is still talking.
yeah, he's crazy good in it. More crazy than good, but you know what I mean.
He's crazy good, but those are two separate thoughts.
Yes, he's both of those things.
Gallagher too dropped his lawsuit against Gallagher.
So Dana, you're the very first person to speak in the movie.
Indeed.
Doing some of your stand-up. Is that Hermosa Beach Comedy and Magic Club?
No, that's at the little theater adjacent to the Improv.
Right.
Really?
Yeah. That Jordan
Well, that's
Brady
where-
can paint with light. He just makes you think you're anywhere.
Because that red curtain looks it's quite gorgeous. And
Right.
I just thought you were
Well, he was
somewhere
trying to
nice.
show you that you could do. Well, that's funny you noticed that. He was just trying to prove that it's not difficult to make a good comedy club environment.
Right, and he had
And-
Todd Glass come
Well,
in,
Todd
but that
Glass-
happens like in the middle of the movie,
Right, but that
and we
was what
never
that
see
came
the
from.
result. We never see
No,
and
the
now
end.
here there are people doing comedy in this beautiful new space we invented, except for the clip of you in the beginning.
No. At the end.
At the very end, you see it?
Yeah, the whole.
I thought you said you never saw it.
No, that's Inception.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was sure there was another level.
Now I'm also the guy that was in Drag Me to Hell.
You were.
Yeah.
That movie was freaky.
Was that
what'd you do in that?
Meatloaf segment?
No. The same guy that's in Drag Me to Hell is also in Inception. The Indian guy. That's what I was.
The Indian
making
guy.
a reference.
In this day and
But I have a
age.
great.
Indian guy. Really
Did you
dangerous.
say in this day and age?
In this day and age. Yeah, I'm the new Norm Crosby, Doug. That's exactly what I'm doing now.
But,
very
my-
excruciating experience.
My
this
friend,
evening.
very quick story, not funny.
You're the
and
new
takes a
Norm
long time to tell.
Cosby.
My friend Greg Nicotero did the effects in Drag Me to Hell, and so I went to the premiere with.
That's not a real movie. Was that a
And-
movie?
I was at that premiere.
We're doing the thing where she's at the dinner with the family, and the eye comes out of the
Right.
cake, and he just leans forward and he goes, "I made that eyeball." That's so great. I have friends that aren't comics.
I never claimed.
I
that you
said,
were-
looking at you.
That was one quote in the Judy Carter book that you
All
got
right,
wrong.
can I ask
Wayne
you
has
something?
Wayne has a question.
I have a question. There was a movie I saw on HBO. I don't know if it came out last year called Post Grad. Have you seen that movie?
No, I haven't. Does anybody?
Was that
What?
the sequel?
You saw
Was that the sequel to
It's
Bachelor
no
of
good?
Fine Arts?
No, but but it has one of the craziest lines I've ever heard in a movie. In that there's a.
Wait, did you like it?
No.
Okay, good.
But in
Because
the,
everyone here didn't like it.
in the movie, the girl is very upset because she doesn't get this job after she graduates college. She's
Post-grad.
upset. Yeah, she has post grad. And then the guy who likes her goes, "Hey, there's no disappointment in life that can't be mitigated by biting into an Eskimo pie." Like, wait, that's not the horrible part. Then she goes, I don't know what this is. Like, she had never had one. She takes a bite of it. Wait, this gets better.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
I don't.
Wait,
There's a person who doesn't know what an Eskimo
Wait,
pie is.
she
Spoiler alert!
She takes a bite. Wait. She takes a bite of the Eskimo pie, and this is her line. She goes, "Oh my God, it's like God just gave birth in my mouth." I swear to God, that is a line.
That's not a truth.
That is you can whatever use your computers or whatever things you kids use it. Look it up.
Use my Sony Watchman.
And I thought that's bullshit because
But it's
everyone
funny how
knows.
things evolve, though, because that line eventually became, I just threw up a little in my mouth.
Right.
And then every asshole has to say it.
That's like a diamond of wrong. That's like a bad
Right.
line on 7 levels.
I know, because everyone knows God's a dude, right? So that's just ridiculous. It's fucking crazy.
Let's say
so it should have
the
been
idea
this
of
is like-
someone giving birth in your mouth. That part, okay, that's
that sounds like an
doable. That
Eskimo
guy
pie.
just gave
happen.
an ass birth in my mouth.
Hey, Doug, isn't there a movie about a girl, someone after college moves back in with her parents? That's not the same movie, right? You know what I'm talking about? It was like an indie film. Now she's doing a show
Oh,
with Judd
Tiny
Apatow.
Furniture?
That's The Accused.
Tiny Furniture?
Tiny furniture.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Tiny
that is not
Furniture
that
is
movie, right?
fantastic.
That's a different.
This
Tiny
is my new
Furniture
game
is
show. That's not the
fantastic.
movie.
Now, do you mean?
And
Are
that
you,
girl,
when you keep saying Tiny Furniture is fantastic, do you mean the movie?
Yes.
or tiny furniture?
Both. I watched the movie sitting on tiny furniture, and I feel like I'm a giant at the movies.
But yeah, I saw that at
She
South
has
by
a
Southwest
show
last year.
coming up
You
on
did.
HBO. That girl,
Oh, yeah.
Lena.
Yeah,
has
she
a
has a
show.
show,
It's
and
very
she's working
funny.
on something with Judge. She's like,
Yeah.
By the way, if you
supervise that show.
very popular.
and also for the young filmmakers made on the 5D and the 7D.
Yeah.
That's a little
I did
inside
a-
information.
I did
What
a.
does that
That's
mean?
super
What is,
inside.
Can't you make it
That's not for
break
every-
it for the layman?
I don't know. I don't know if you remember a little movie called John Tucker Must Die. Hold your applause. They
Hold
did
your
that.
applause.
They did that thing in the development of that movie. They get the script to the
He
point where
doesn't die,
all
by the way. Spoiler.
All the executives give their notes.
No, and that train is stoppable.
There's an act 3. They hit a hill.
I'm a title debunker.
I feel like God spit in my mouth. Is that good?
God gave birth in my mouth.
And long story short, that movie had no jokes in it. They took all the jokes out, and because to get it approved, you go through the development process where everybody's just saying their context. Well, here I am looking for a girl.
Oh, right.
Here I am mad at my mother. So I had to go in and I had to literally just like whip jokes out of thin air and put them in the movie because they had no jokes. And one of the jokes, the girls are all sitting around eating chocolate, and I said, I wrote a great joke. I said, look at this: chocolate covered raisins, chocolate covered peanuts, chocolate covered wafers, chocolate covered graham crackers. Chocolate is a John Tucker of candy. If a new candy comes along, chocolate has to get all up in it. Good joke. Give that over. And then completely perfect, completely acceptable joke. They send me the dailies of the movie.
Right.
They send me the dailies of the movie, and this is how that joke got translated. By Shakira. Is that her name? Anesthesia.
They brought in the foreign singer to translate
With the torso
the script.
Whoever the girl
crazy
was in the
torso.
movie with
Yeah.
one name that hopefully has made enough to get another name. That was her line, and she goes, chocolate is so good. Chocolate is your friend.
That's it.
And I said, what happened to the joke? I wrote. Betty, the director, thought it would be good to let the actors put the jokes in their own words. He said, funny thing about jokes, specific word construction intrinsic to their success.
True.
I'll tell you who that woman was that you
Betty
saw.
Thomas.
That was my wife was the woman that you saw. That was no lady. See, it doesn't
Right.
work in my own words.
I feel like you're mad at this guy still.
I am.
The people behind Max Tucker, was that his name?
John Tucker.
John Tucker.
The
Must
movie was
Die?
about 4 girls mad at this guy that was double timing them all.
Right.
Right, and then at the 1 minute, one guy at the studio
should be
said,
mad
"But
at
we want the guy to be
themselves."
likable." Oh, good. So now it's about nothing.
Yeah, the guy's
Now
a good guy.
it's
that
about 4 pretty
women
girls
want to
and a
kill.
guy, and there's a series
He
of practical
slipped and
jokes,
fucked
and it
all
ends
4
in a
of them
food
in a
fight.
night. What's the big deal?
Yeah, we want him to be
It's an
likable.
innocent mistake.
Good.
He was on Ambien.
That way, there's no reason to watch it.
You know what was good? John Barleycorn Must Die. Now, that was a good album. Am I right? Traffic? Am I wrong? Am I right about that or am I wrong? Am I right about that as an album or wrong? John Barleycorn Must Die. Traffic. Quadrophenia by The Who. Good? Not so good.
Overproduced. There, I
So
said
check out I Am Comic. It's directed by Jordan Brady, who is also a comedian
Yep.
that we all have known from way back. So I'm not at all offended that I didn't get to participate in the film. But he's talking about a sequel, so I'm very excited about that because I Am Comic too.
As well.
Yes,
I Am Comic as well.
Yes, but you guys are all very funny in it, and did you like it?
I thought there was some really great stuff in it, and I loved the Rich Scheidner storyline because when I started comedy in 2002. When I started comedy, Rich Scheidner was like one of my favorite comedians.
I opened for that dude once, and he was kind of nice.
He was brilliant, and so to see his whole storyline, I thought was fantastic. And I love the joke about Beth Lapidus, where she says she's saying everybody back then was working on their tight 10. And then on the super, it says only Beth called it the tight 10.
Yeah, they Chiron in little snarky
Yeah.
comments from
So I
time
thought
to
it was
time.
cool-
and-
it was very
but
fun.
most of the time they sort of let the comics. I was referencing Tommy Davidson earlier because for whatever reason, when he gets interviewed, he decides to just go off and be very strange, and so it's very entertaining,
entertaining
on a
He
couple
went
levels.
Mork.
Yeah, he goes Mork, which has only been allowed. Only one person could ever be
Yeah.
allowed to go Mork, and even that went on for too long.
Ran its course.
But they brought in Jonathan Winters just to...
Oh my God. This is what we'll do. We'll get an old man to play your baby. That's going to save Mork and Mindy. All right, we got to play the Leonard Maltin game, you guys.
do it.
We got to play.
do it. We didn't even get to talk about Black Swan.
What do you want to say about Black Swan? Just say it real quick.
Well, I thought it was going to be a good movie when I went. And then when I realized it wasn't a good movie, it was just like a fake movie.
It's a crazy movie.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
like
crazy-
it's like about madness, kind of.
No.
It's a ballet. It's a ballet horror movie.
Ballet, suspense, thriller.
Yeah.
I don't know why the Golden Globes didn't nominate it for comedy or musical.
Is it a
Nominating
good-natured romp?
tourist.
Is it a good-natured romp?
Well, there's a
madcap.
good-natured romp at one point between two ladies. I enjoyed that part.
I sort of liked her self-romp.
Yeah, when she self-romps laying face down, I didn't even know girls
that was
did
possible. Yeah, I thought it was more just like you close your eyes and there's one fast finger going, but I didn't know you could actually get on top of your own hand like
Fast
that.
finger self-romping. You got some good expressions.
Nothing sexier than hearing Wayne talk about
Women's
Included in the
know about
prize,
sex.
included in the prize package tonight, Andy Kindler's "I Wish I Was Bitter." That's in there. That's something you can win.
Why'd someone laugh at like it was a fake thing? It's a real...
I brought a copy of Inception, the shooting script. Try to stay awake.
This was so clearly given to you, but you're in the guild.
Yeah, I'm just playing it forward. And this is a book called Fired
Yep.
that
Look on the
Wayne
back.
brought, and it's got a bunch of very funny people in
I'm
it.
in that book.
And then,
Dana Gould's in it.
Dana Gould is in it. So there you go.
you're supposed to bring, like,
And why
Jo-
am I looking at the back?
No reason.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
You were
for-
supposed to bring...
thanks for
I
that
didn't know you were
tip.
supposed to bring unusual
Do you want me to sign
things.
this to you, Wayne?
No, they're not supposed to be unusual. We also have my CD,
okay, good.
Professional
I feel like
Humoridian, that's available at
that's
AST Records and on iTunes. We have Dana Gould's DVD, Let Me Put My Thoughts in You.
Speaking
And then
of one
look
fast
for
finger,
his next one, Let Me Romp in You.
let me romp my thoughts up you.
I brought another little Woot Monkey keychain.
That's cute. That is cute.
Yeah, and I got a bunch of them, so I'll bring one every week until I don't have any.
Look at this.
The
And
listeners
then
at
this
home.
is a album, actual physical album by Dana Gould's called Funhouse.
You can
So-
scratch it.
Yeah, if you're a DJ, this is really going to come in handy.
If you're a DJ and you're at a
a
breakdancing
bar
show,
mitzvah DJ would be good.
Who
can-
needs a new
you
cartridge
can
for their
scratch
turntable?
it.
I know I do.
So somebody's going to win all of this. Andy Kindler, pick out a name tag that you'd like to play for in the audience and go get it from them.
Oh, there's some.
Shane!
Shane. All right, Shane, you did it. You got chosen.
Was I not supposed to say Shane?
Is this right?
Yeah, go get it from him.
Okay, they're gonna have their names on a.
On a what? Some people do it on their phones.
gotcha,
Some people. It's kind of fun. I always like to find the one that took the least amount of effort, and I think
Right,
that
right.
one's doing pretty good.
Right.
Oh, I like that on the side of the coffee cup. That's pretty lazy.
I don't get the let's make a deal Monty Hall feeling.
It's really it's crazy, and they're all cool LA people, so they don't actually wear them. They all hold them in their laps, and then when it's time, they hold them up.
I gotta go with the Dana Pick Me. It's kind of.
Oh, it says Dana Pick Me on it.
No, he said Dana Pick Me.
Oh, he said it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's one way to
that's
go.
kind of,
Can you tear that off, or is it surgically attached? Oh, there you go. So give that to Dana. He's playing for Josh.
How long was I up?
I don't like. I feel like people in the front get.
Wayne's talking off microphone.
For those of you listening
Wayne's
at
doing-
home,
It's the
Wayne
people up
is
front get too
concerned
much
that people in
attention.
the
Well, they
front
also
get too
got
much
here
attention.
earlier, but that's cool.
He's doing... Wayne's doing
All right, who'd
Robin
you
Williams
get?
like crowd work.
Yeah.
He got Jen?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
So Wayne's playing for Jen, Dana's playing for Jose, and Andy is playing for Shane.
Yeah.
And good luck, everybody. We'll start down here with you, Wayne. We'll go around that way.
Yes. Can I guess the movie even before you say anything?
If you want to do one quick pre-guess.
I'm going to do a pre-guess.
Yeah, what is
Can you
it?
give me, is there any hint?
I'm not. Let's play the game.
What are you, Kreskin?
I thought you really had a good idea for a pre-game.
Geller?
Is it with 6 you get egg
Or
roll?
you want a bunch of clues. All right. This was submitted by someone on Twitter named Stunned by Boobs. They suggested food in the title. So these are movies where there's some sort of food in the title of the film. Also, when this particular episode plops
Mystic
on Friday...
Pizza.
what did I tell you about pre-guessing?
All right, I'm sorry.
Pre-guess.
When this episode plops on Friday, it's going to be Nicolas Cage's birthday, so we have a Nicolas Cage category. And then on the sadder side of life, I created a Pete Postlethwaite category because he passed away and he was awesome. So,
Yes, he was.
And a
which
young
one of
man.
those would you like to play, Wayne Federman?
The food one.
Food in the title.
Food in the title.
All right.
With Nicolas Cage in them. That's the
I'm
category.
not going to reveal whether he's in any of these or not, but I don't think there's ever been food in a Nicolas Cage title. I'm willing to guess. No. Moon Pie Struck? Okay, would you like one for 1979, 1987, or 1988? Wayne Federman.
I'm going to go back. I'm going to
Food
go
in
back,
the title.
back to the 70s.
Wow.
79.
Yeah.
Okay. Leonard Maltin gave this 1.5 stars.
Oh.
Outrageous!
Now, is
Len,
this
you
food?
cocksucker!
Is this food?
Food is in the title.
Okay.
That's my
it's
John
food.
Lithgow impression.
Okay.
When John Lithgow was on, he called Leonard Maltin a cocksucker.
Oh,
It was awesome.
He gave Diner 1.5 stars?
Did he really?
No.
So let's go out for diner. I really want to eat some diner. That's what you say.
Don't go too far into the joke, Doug. Don't go into the...
Don't explode it.
It was just a house number.
Okay, Leonard gives it 1.5 stars.
Yes.
He calls it alternately cruel and sloppily sentimental.
1979, this movie's made.
1979. There's food in the title. He also calls it pretty desperate. Yeah, Leonard, one of his minions, did not
I
care
can
for this.
guess it.
Hang on, Dana. We start with Wayne
Why?
because that's how the game works.
Because I'm
That's
not.
how it-
How many
Jewish.
names can you guess it in out of 6 names, Wayne Federman?
Oh, I could definitely in 6.
That's your opening bid, 6 names?
I know it's crazy, but that's
All
my
right,
strategy.
Dana Gould, what do you
I'm looking
say?
at their faces, and I think I know.
You
how-
obviously have to bid lower.
I can do it in. It's what I think. I can do it in 3.
He says he can do it in 3, Andy Kindler.
Why say do it then?
Oh,
Three.
All right, name that movie,
Kidding me?
Dana Gould.
Is it a 5-word title?
No,
No.
but I
That's
shouldn't have
not
said
what I
that
thought it was.
Why shouldn't you? Oh.
because it gave it away. Or it didn't give it away.
I thought it was
gave
Attack-
away that it's not what he's thinking
I
it is.
thought it was Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
All right, well, that's not what it is. 1.5 stars.
Attack of the Killer Sugar Beets.
Alternately cruel and sloppily sentimental. Pretty desperate.
Apocalypse.
Your 3
Fruit.
names are Sarah Torgov, Christine DeBelle, and Russ Barham.
Oh.
The great. Russ Barham. Whenever
Who's
I
Russ
go to the Valley,
Could
I
it
think of him.
be easier? Could it be
When I
any
drive over on
easier?
Barham.
Could it be any easier?
Jesus.
It certainly could be harder, Wayne.
Hang on, no, I'm gonna get it. 1979.
Layup.
I find when people stroke their brain like that, it never helps. Squinting doesn't help.
He's going to lose a point.
You should have a strong idea by now.
Soylent Green.
1973. Sorry.
That's not food. That's people.
Nice. Spoiler alert.
A lot of spoilers on this app.
Spoiler alert. I'm selling a spoiler
It's
alert.
not Hot Dog the movie.
No, it's not Hot Dog the movie, but
Steve Heitner's
that's a
in
great
Hot Dog
guess.
the
The
movie, I
movie is the rest of the stars were Kate Lynch, Harvey Atkin, and Bill Murray, and the movie's called Meatballs. I like that movie.
Good
One
point.
and a half
wasn't
stars.
one.
You know what? You know what Nana would have got it on?
Len.
Chris Makepeace.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so Andy Kindler has a point.
Bill Murray shows up. It's more than 1.5 stars, my friend. He's funny in that movie. He's funny in that movie.
Yeah, but he's got 1 or 2 1.5 star movies.
Okay.
Ghostbusters
Probably.
2 soars across the
Garfield,
screen like a
boom, argument over.
Right.
Garfield 1, Garfield 2, 2 bad movies.
In an interview, though, he said he thought it was written by the Coen brother guy.
That's why he said yes.
Yeah, he thought it, and he's like, "What's
But he
wrong
figured
with
it out by the sequel.
Well, he's like,
Well, the sequel was just it was just it was just words that he did in the first movie cut in different order.
He came back in.
He
He came back in for 10 minutes.
He was emotionally invested by then.
It took him less time to read his lines than for the audience to listen to them. I bet. Okay, let's start. Wayne, you get to start off again. You get to pick
Again?
a category. Yeah,
Okay.
because you weren't involved in that skirmish.
All right, let's go. Nick
so-
Cage.
Oh, okay. I don't even need to name the categories. I was gonna say,
He does Nick. You do the
I think I can
nicknames.
remember
You don't say
three
Nicholas,
categories.
but I like these.
Nick
There's
Cage.
things in the category names that I want to say.
Okay.
That I've prepared.
Sorry. Go ahead. Do it. What are the categories, Doug?
I like your enthusiasm. Edgar Wright has a festival called The Right Stuff. He's got he's going to show a bunch of movies at the New Beverly starting on January 14th. I'm going to go to as many of them as I can, but these are movies that are part of his that he's going to be showing. You'd never pick that category because that's not a good clue at all to start off with. Or we could go Nick Cage or future guest Dave Foley's birthday today, you guys.
It's his birthday.
Yeah, so movies featuring Dave Foley.
Ooh.
I'm going to stick with Cage.
All right. 1990, 2004, or 2008?
Con Air. All 3 years.
You're the worst. That movie had a strange release pattern.
They rolled it out slowly.
Yeah.
It was. I think
We started
they
in
got a couple
prisons,
nominations.
then they played it for airline attendants, then America.
What were the years again? 90?
90, 2004, or 2008? People have
2004.
2004, okay. Leonard gives this movie 3 stars.
Right.
Whatevs, I say to that. He calls it surprisingly entertaining. And then the last line of the review is longer than it needs to be, but still fun. So it's surprisingly entertaining, longer than it needs to be, but still fun. 3 stars, 2004. Nick Cage is in it, and there
2004.
are 8 names. That's a good guessing strategy. How often do they make a movie where the movie comes out and the name of it is the year
Right.
that it came out? I don't think ever.
I'm going to do. I'm holding up 5 fingers.
5 names.
Yes.
Dana Gould. Out of 8.
2004.
Yeah,
2004, yes.
Very close.
Nick Cage, surprisingly entertaining.
3 stars.
I'll do it
Longer
in
than it
7.
needs to be. He's
No, I know that's not how it works. I can't. I'm gonna. Well, I'll have to say 4.
4 names, Dana Gould says. Andy Kindler?
I can't name it in 15 or 20 names. Do I pass? Can I pass?
No,
again?
you could say name that movie to
Name
Dana
that
again.
movie
Oh
already.
my God, Andy Kindler might take this, you guys.
You can
It's
get
so
this,
exciting
you
when
can get
someone who
My
doesn't
strategy.
know.
My strategy, right?
You totally paid off.
this. Right. How can I help?
I asked you to sit in the middle so you couldn't do this, but I like your initiative. All right, so
Oh, you did
Dana
ask me to
Dana
sit
gets
in
4 names. Do you want the clues again? Does anyone have a spare inhaler? Woo! Woo! Okay, longer than it needs to be. Surprisingly entertaining Nicolas Cage movie that gets 3 stars. And your names are Justin Bartha, Hunter Gomez, Harvey Keitel, and Christopher Plummer.
Harvey Keitel
Harvey
Yes.
Keitel.
and Christopher Plummer
Christopher Plummer.
I'm doing
and
it.
Nicholas.
I wonder if Harvey Keitel and Nick Cage stood around the set going, "Well, are you gonna masturbate in front of a nun when
Are
you
you-
pl-
yeah,
when
are
you
you
play
gonna
the
make
bad
another one of
lieutenant?"
That's Bad Lieutenant, Ports of Call.
That's a terrific guess, but you don't have to try to guess right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just showing you how I could guess.
Oh. Hang on.
2004.
I just need
Nick
10
Cage. He needs 10 seconds.
2004.
Here we go.
A movie made in that year.
Let's let him
I
think,
didn't
everybody.
say. I didn't,
10!
didn't say.
9!
Trade.
I did not say starting when.
Now,
Starting over.
I need 10 seconds starting in about 2 minutes.
we got to go, Dana.
Christopher Plummer.
Yes.
Harvey Keitel.
I know it. It's,
Harvey Keitel.
Hello.
Harvey Keitel.
it's not
That's
monkey
my Sam
trouble.
Fuller impression.
It's
for
not
those.
monkey trouble.
With Jeff Bridges in it.
Oh, no.
Where's
Here
Shane
it is.
at?
Here it is.
Where's Shane at? All right, Shane, you're Andy Kindler's our winner. I'm calling it. We gotta go. We're out of time.
It's not.
You ran out of time, but you can still guess just for
I
fun.
was going to say Red Rock West, but that was much earlier.
Red Rock West?
It's not. Harvey Keitel's not in that, nor is Christopher Plummer.
Yes.
Main Streets. It is Main Streets, though, isn't it?
No, the rest of the names are Sean Bean, John Voight, Diane Kruger, and Nicolas Cage.
National Treasure, Book of Dreams.
Congratulations, Shane. You won. Eddie
Did
Kindler
not
won
see
for
the
you.
film.
Oh, you should. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Let me find these two. And you guys, everybody just go down the line and plug anything you want to plug right now. What do you got coming up, Wayne? You first. What's going on?
In an episode of a television series that's about to be that was already canceled. Just canceled. So it's called Running Wild on... Are you upset I'm in it? Or because I can hear that and it affects me emotionally?
I will be in San Francisco on February 11th and 12th at the Punchline, and at some point between now and then I'll be on the Conan program.
Ah, nice.
All right.
Talking about it.
Yay, be on the Conan program.
I will be this weekend. When's this dropping? Friday. I'll be at the
Friday,
Laughing Skull
yes.
Lounge.
Oh,
yes,
in
you'll be in Atlanta.
Oh, that's great.
And then
Through Sunday.
Through Sunday.
2 shows a night.
2 shows a night. And then on Sunday, I think I'm on the first Bob's Burgers.
Oh, okay. Bob's Burgers on Fox, a new
yeah.
animated show.
Right.
Yeah, it looks very good.
I'm recurring on that thing.
I'm very excited about that program.
Do they
You can
undersell
eat at the Waffle House when you're in Atlanta.
Oh,
And
no, the
you can
Flying
shop-
J, the Flying Biscuit.
And you can shop at Piggly Wiggly.
All right, another round of applause for all these guys. Eddie Kindler, Dana Gould, Wade Federman. Check them out and all that they do.
Yeah.
Was it Valley Girl?
Yeah, I'm going to get
Was
a
it
picture of you
Valley
guys in
Girl?
a second. No, it's still National Treasure.
Fuck.
I'm gonna hang
movies
on
don't
for me to get a
change.
picture of you guys, but before we go, I have
Would
to
you have
say,
gotten that?
as always, stop talking, you guys. Are you done? Oh, okay. That's hilarious. It's okay. I just have to, I'm ramping into the last line of the show. You guys are still chatting over there. I know Wayne keeps saying it's him, but I'm just saying what you're doing now is still taking up more time. As always, Ed Frank is a shithead. That's what Jose wanted. And Dana Gould is a shithead.
Oh.
I chose you as my own.
Now it's time for